When you're a reporter or host or anything, and especially if you work in sports, a lot of people think it's so glamorous, but it's such a grind. I can't explain to you the pepper grind that I've been through. The number one line I get from men, oh, you actually know your shit. Yeah, bro, I do. I've worked in sports my entire life.
Welcome to the Collector Nation podcast here on the Collector Nation Network. Whether you're chasing grails or calling bluffs, we take you inside the hobby. Here's your host, Ryan Alford.
What's up, guys? Welcome to Collector Nation here on the Collector Nation Podcast Network. We know you got options. We know there aren't many better than this one, though. Well, let's be honest. Come on. Especially when we got guests like this. We're going, I could call her many things. We debated this before the episode, actually. Badass, cool as hell, voice of the hobby. We're just going to call her Alex Giaimo, MLB correspondent, news journalist. I met you at the National doing things in and around the hobby. And, of course, the King of Collectibles, the Golden Touch. I know you're narrating, doing different things through that. I mean, you got your hands in a lot.
Yeah, I started doing this. I've been a collector my whole life, and I went to Syracuse University for sports journalism, and traditional sports reporting was my thing for 10 years. Then COVID happened. I haven't told you this in real life. COVID happened, and I was like at the bottom of the barrel, like a lot of people were. And I said to myself, how do I work harder and not smarter? Because when you're a reporter or host or anything, and especially if you work in sports, it's a lot of people think it's so glamorous, but it's such a grind. I can't explain to you the pepper grind that I've been through. But yeah, so then the COVID happened, and everyone lost their jobs that worked in live sports. At the time, I was working for the New York Mets, just on their Jumbotron. It was honestly a job that I took a downgrade for, because I was like a Jumbotron girl. But COVID hit. And then sports ended and it was shut down. And obviously I was unemployed. And I was like, I am so done, because I busted my ass. I was my whole life. And I'm like, F this. I literally, we mentioned UFC earlier before our pod started. I literally, AEW, they wanted to hire me. And honestly, I probably should have taken that job, because those women make so much money. Yeah. And I'm an actress now, essentially, as well. But I said to myself, how do I work smarter, not harder? And I fell in love with my father's vintage. I moved in with my grandmother during COVID, because I was in a relationship in Manhattan, and then everything shut down, and then my relationship ended, so I had nowhere to go. So I moved in with my grandma, went down into her basement, and she had all these amazing collectibles that I just fell in love with. And I went on eBay, and I learned eBay, and I started selling on eBay in 2020, the Pez dispensers, Barbie dolls, yes. Old Lego Batman sets. I made thousands and thousands of dollars, and I enjoyed it. But most of all, I enjoyed my father's vintage baseball card collection that I fell in love with, which is awesome, which is currently at PSA right now, getting graded. And I'm off the record. I guess it's not off the record if I'm on the air with you, but I'm working on a little video series with PSA about the grading process, because a huge part of what I want to do in this space and what I have been doing is educating people, not within the hobby. Everyone, you guys know what you're doing, but outside of the hobby. And I think that ultimately grows the hobby.
I don't want the episode to be about this, but I think it's interesting. You made a good comment, an attractive woman that's in media. Oh, it'd just be so easy. I think that, and I know the business, because I have a lot of friends and have met a lot of people like yourself. And that's just a misconception, right?
Thank you. Yes.
You guys have to bust your ass. And, those heels dig into the turf. I'm just saying, there's sort of this expectation to look glamorous, and you're still having to cover and walk a million miles with, your camera guy, or sometimes doing it yourself. It is not glamorous being in media.
You're right. Sometimes doing it yourself, when I worked in Iowa, my first job, I was literally they say one-man band, but I was a one-woman band. And I have arthritis now in my hand because of it. Held the camera, which is 20 pounds, and the microphone in this hand, in my left, my left hand, the camera in my right hand. Filmed myself live all throughout Illinois and Iowa with a live backpack in the middle of a field, like all of that. Then I shoot the video, I edited the video. It's a lot to get to where I am now. Like I was making $27,000 a year, like when I started. And I'm not young anymore, by the way, and I'm not afraid to admit it. I'm 36 years old, and I will, toot my own horn that this was like before the Me Too movement when I got started, before any of that. So I would like to say, like women like me sort of paved the path for women now today, and obviously women older than me did that for me. But it's easier. It's an easier path now. It's not easy at all. But Ryan, Asia grind, and like every day for women in general. I gotta look good at the same time and sound good. It's a lot of stress and pressure. And I would love to do what you're doing right now. Throw on a freaking hat, throw on a hoodie, and just focus on the content. You look great. And just focus on the content. But at the same time, I like there are moments where it's an amazing thing, because I feel like being a young, strong-minded woman with a voice is such an important thing right now. And I think when you make it in sports as a woman, it's like it's cool.
What's going on with Netflix and this little show called King of Collectibles?
I mean, it's just a tiny show.
I know.
Top
That's
10,
a joke.
First 10 seasons. And I think the average lifespan of an original series on any network is 1 year.
You guys have been crushing it.
One season. So to have 3 is an honor. And, Ken works so hard and his brand is exploding. I'm happy for him and everyone involved. My castmates, those are good dudes. And what they do, they're salesmen. I mean, you know business. And I think what they do is the best of the biz in high-end collectibles. And it's been awesome, like being a part of it. Like you walk into that building and they have this, like most people don't know, there's the business side where you see on the show where we are, and then there's the vault area. So you walk into this room, Ryan, and it's like, it feels like the ghosts of sports past and are haunting you. Like Babe Ruth, Jackie Robinson, like everything you can imagine is there. And it's like really cool stuff. And it's like millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars. Not everything is about money. For me, I don't care about money. It's nostalgia. It's just like, holy crap, Jackie Robinson wore this jersey when he was, being accosted just for simply being black and changing the narrative of the game and the world. It's really cool. If you can get yourself down there at one point. It's in New Jersey, but it's an hour and 45 minutes away from where I am right now. It's Philadelphia. It's Philly country. Like, they're all Philly fans, which I judge hard. I don't know why, because I'm a Jet. It's not like we're doing much better up here in New York.
Yeah. I mean, what are the Jets have going for them?
But King of Collectibles, it's awesome. It's also season 1. I was a narrator, as the host, and it's like sort of like really cool being, in that, at that time at least, like a female, voice and face of the space. It's introduced me to so many people, and which was the goal, right? Like I love, educating and helping people not only make money from their mom or dad's, basement, I guess, but also make more memories with their kids, like we talked about with you and your sons earlier. And it's just an honor and privilege. My favorite scene this year in the whole show, and I don't care if I'm a part of it or not, is my favorite scene. It's about this couple. They are from Western Maryland. They're around my age, so they're around like 35-ish. They've been together forever. They've been trying to get pregnant for years and years. They're the sweetest couple you'll ever meet. And they obviously have had some issues. The wife has had some health issues as well. And the husband pulled a Bo Nix superfractor. And he, just like you, he was new to the hobby. Like, I think even newer, or new to breaking. And he bought into like $100 break. And it was like only like the second or third time he bought into a break. He pulled it what turned out to be a $50,000 Bo Nix superfractor. So they came to Golden, and it's my favorite scene on the show. Me and Ryan Krupa, my castmate, talked to them on the couch, and we were like, do you want to sell the card? And they said, we want the card, the funds from what we get from the sale to go towards IVF. To help us have a child. At the end of the day, we all disagree on topics, but I don't think anyone would disagree that, that is such a special moment. And like sports cards sometimes are sold for so much money, and then that money is used for things that isn't really necessary. But in this case, the money is used hopefully to make a life. And as a single 35-year-old woman myself right now, like the only thing in life I want is to have a child. So it meant so much to me emotionally. So yeah, I recommend you guys watch that because it's awesome. Anyway, the card sold for $50,000, right? And then what happened to Bo Nix just now in the playoffs?
Ankle broken.
Still,
his value shouldn't go down though for that, I wouldn't think.
But my point that I'm trying to make is that if they didn't, like the volatility in the sports card market is crazy, right? So like technically they could have, I'm glad they sold it.
They might have lost 12, like 25, 35, 40. I mean, could have lost half the value. Could have.
But like Bo Nix performed. He wasn't great, but he was good.
Oh, dude.
He's young.
He was good in the playoffs, better in the playoffs than he was in the regular season.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean,
He's a gamer.
And I think he performed better than Drake May has, honestly, and CJ Stroud, everyone. But like he won, right? So like if they still had the card, they could have sold it like high when he won. But then at the post game conference and press conference, the coach announced that he broke his ankle. So like it's just such a volatile market, and that's why I don't invest anymore in current players. I just I can't take the risk.
With the Golden, like in the show, what's the biggest thing that you could talk about that maybe people don't see? And I'm not saying necessarily juicy or bad or anything, but maybe just something interesting that you just don't, the camera doesn't show, or I mean, it's television.
Like with, I can talk about I can talk about the process of making TV magic in general. Is that what you would?
Yeah, I mean, that and like the process and just maybe just things people don't see that might be fascinating to someone. I mean, I think most people now, if they have, half a brain, I'll just be honest, like they know it's TV, they know that you don't see everything, like they get it, but we don't know what we don't see necessarily. So maybe there's something interesting. Right.
So like working for Netflix might sound glamorous. It's not. working on TV.
The title of this episode is Glamour Undone.
Most of it, I don't care. I can say this. I make like barely any money. Nothing. I do this for the love of the freaking game.
Love of the game.
It's for the passion. It's like, but it helps my credibility. I love representing their brand. I also only represent brands and work for people that I believe in, and I do believe in the Golden brand. But working for Netflix, it's that like we film 8 to 9 months before the show airs. So like a lot of the prices drop or go up and blah blah blah, and we don't know what airs until we see it. Like I didn't know like what I was doing until I saw it like live on global TV with everyone else, which is very frustrating. In TV, especially on a Netflix series like this, we film every scene like 4 times over. I don't. I nail it on the first day.
You nail it on the first time every time, just like this podcast.
A lot of everyone else, you gotta, it's called TV magic.
It's called take wonder.
The deals are exactly. The deals are real, but like the magic behind the process is exhausting.
What's the state of the hobby like? From your perspective?
I think it's like never been better. What do you think? Like, I mean, we got past the COVID boom, we dipped a bit, but not everything is about pricing. And now I think prices are leveled and normalized, and which is wonderful because there's no price gouging, and people can get, not bamboozled as much and not, lose their bread.
Yeah.
But in terms of media, I don't even think we've scratched the surface. Like, I'm on a Netflix show. I'm also on an MLB Network show, focuses directly on baseball cards. And that show, I will say, gets some of the best ratings that MLB has ever had because they just replay the shows like when baseball's not on. Like right now in the off season, they'll play the show. I can't tell you how many people text me photos of myself in a bar on the screen, you know, and all over the country because MLB Network is playing that show because people love to watch a baseball card show. It's nostalgia. It's memories. Everyone can relate to it. Everyone. Like our grandmas can relate to it. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I think the state of the hobby is fantastic. And we're only scratching the surface. I think it's going to go up, up, up and beyond. I mean, I don't know if you heard the news. Fanatics just announced they're starting to do a media corporation centered around it as well. And we know Michael Rubin and Mahan, they're going to go wild with that.
What does, like, if you were writing the billboard, like, okay, what do I want the next couple of years to be? Obviously, you want to be profitable in your efforts. We all do. So I think we can probably put that as an asterisk for everything that we all do in business.
Yeah.
But that to the side, I mean, what does success for you in your mind and happiness look like?
Oh my God, isn't that such that's a crazy question? But like
it is, but you got to think about it because if you don't think about it, you won't get there.
Like define success, right? It's like, what is success? Like I talked about.
I think but I'd like to put it in groups. Like I'll tell you, I asked you the question, but I'll maybe take the pressure off because it's like,
no.
I try not to be so hyper specific with myself. It's more like, okay, when I set the goal with the hobby, I was like, there's a lot of money to be made here. My kids are into it. We continue to go closer and there's business to be done. And I see like where in a lot of things, there's no blue ocean, like, cause there's no opportunity, like, cause everything's like done. I see wide open blue space.
No, like,
but that was it. I didn't have to define exactly how it was going to happen. I just saw that.
No, honestly, I think that your question of what does success look like is like a question that like nobody really, we can't answer for ourselves. It's a great question. I think about this every day, right? Because a lot of people think success means money. And if you work on TV, usually you don't make that much. I'm a type of person, and this is why I need to listen to your business podcast, Ryan, that like, I'm an idiot. I should be, focused more on money, and I'm going to be this year. That is a thing. Okay. I live in New York, New Jersey. It is expensive. But success to me this year within the hobby, I'm starting my own podcast, by the way, 10 years overdue. I think that I can monetize that. I want to show I want to talk about my dating disasters. I want to talk about, my hobby failures. I want to talk about Bo Nix breaking his ankle on a freaking kneel down play. Like, I think I can, and I think I will. In terms of Netflix, I don't know if the show get renewed. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. I don't know if I'll be a part of it. MLB Network, it's baseball off season. I can't wait for baseball to come back. I think the hobby is thriving the most when baseball is in play. Unfortunately, though, the Dodgers, in my opinion, I don't know. I don't know how you feel about parody, but I can't take the Dodgers stuff right now.
Yeah,
I'm off topic
kind of
again.
buying up everything.
Yeah.
We could do another show on that.
We could do a whole other show on that. But yeah, I'm gonna. We've harped on media. I'm gonna start posting nonstop and educating not only myself but other people and just entertaining. Because at the end of the day, when I came into this space 6 years ago, I'm going to say 99% of the people involved were not entertaining. And then more and more people like yourself have become involved, and it's more fun now. And I enjoy the competition. Like, bring it on. I love it.
We need Mo Giaimo. That's what we need. Get it out there.
I like that.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what I should call my podcast.
Need Mo Giaimo. People learn how to say your last name without.
What about you, though? What's your success this year?
I'm knee deep in it. Like, I Collector Nation, Collector Station. I'm going to try to strong arm talent like you to come on and distribute with us and, get some big brands in this. Look, my goal is to enlighten the big brands on what's happening in the hobby space, and they need to get their act together because there's a lot of activity and a lot of eyeballs and a lot of affluency. And I don't think the big brands are completely awake to the hobby. And so my goal is to do that from the media side with brand deals and stuff like that. While, look, I want to build a destination, space. Like, we got a cool ass store. It's 3,000 square feet. It's got a bit of old school, new school feel to it. We got TVs everywhere. It feels like a sports bar meets a bougie, speakeasy or something. I don't know. It's like, it's cool. I don't know if it's that last part is probably 10% that, 90% the first. But it's cooler than most. I've got taste. I mean, and we're doing some fun things, but it's going to be an experience. And so it's like a laboratory for the hobby and for media, for Collector Nation, and living, breathing. Because, look, I wanted to come into the space, but I wanted to do it authentically. Well, what's authentic? Is putting your money where your mouth is.
Yeah.
And buying a building, building a studio that's in a hobby store that you're building, and really not taking inspiration from anyone other than what I see the hobby needs. And I think it needs places where people can come and collect, and to not feel like it's just a transaction, and to embrace what this is, which is fun. It's a pastime. It's fun to rip packs. It's fun to hang out and collect. And we need to embrace more than that, than just buy it, rip it, move on. So that's the goal.
Yeah, I mean, we're just getting to know each other, but I'm proud of you. That's awesome. Good for you. Kudos to you. Congratulations. I'm excited to come check it out. Would be happy to promote it if it's, decent. I think it will be. I think it's going to be. I think you're going to have huge success. I'm sure the hobby. I mean, listen, South Carolina. I'm sure it's probably pretty rural. It's not. It gives kids and parents a thing to do that is not drugs or alcohol or something. And I think it's a smart move. And I wish you all the best. I'm excited to see it.
Well, I look forward to building on our relationship and keeping up with what you're doing. And, I'm a fan. So I appreciate you a lot for coming on. Where can everybody keep up with Alex Giaimo?
Yeah, literally just follow me at Alex Giaimo. So it's AlexGiaimo on Instagram, TikTok. I need to get my YouTube going, Ryan. That's also on my list this year.
Gotta do it.
And I'm starting a podcast like within the next 2 weeks. And I would love if you plug that when it comes out. But
we will, for sure.
Thanks for having me. It's been fun.
It's been great. Hey guys, you know where to find us? thecollectornation.com. You'll find the full episode, highlight clips, links to all of Alex's stuff, including her new show. We'll update it once that's live. And I'll continue to be working behind the scenes to get her on Collector Nation, where we know you'll want her.
Thanks for tuning in to the show. Be sure to follow us on your go-to podcast platform and catch the full video episode over on YouTube. Visit us at collectornation.com and follow Ryan on Instagram at Ryan Alford. Now get out there and collect yours.